This is the band Lucid Karma. Lucid Karma. That's Royal Savoir. How do you pronounce your last name?
You got it. You got it right. You got it right there. Savoir.
Right on. So I would like the band to introduce all yourselves and your
Why don't you also say your
name and what you play?
Chris Heretic. I'm drums and clean vocals.
I'm Nikki Nightmare. I'm rhythm guitar.
Justin Tragedy, bass.
Darren Strange, lead guitar and backup harsh vocals.
I'm Guy One, and I'm extreme vocalist.
Okay, now I use your guys' likeness in my opening. You'll see it when I post my first thing because you look so epic. So my next question is, how long does it take for each of you to get into that makeup?
It's different for each one of us and different each night, I'd say, because we all do a little bit different. Yep. Some of us do kind of like the same thing every time. Others kind of play around. So it can vary, but I'd say 15 to 20, depending. I have to put contacts.
That's not too bad. It's not too bad.
No, we've gotten pretty good at it. Getting it off. That's
Now, you said Nikki Nightmare, correct? Miss Nightmare?
Yes.
Question for you.
Okay.
Not a lot of metalcore bands. I know it's getting more and more. There's not a lot of women in metal at all. I mean, Nikki Strauss, Lizzie Hale, Nita Strauss, KK Wong or Katie Wong or whatever her name is. What made you go into metal, and who are your influences?
Well, I've always kind of listened to metal, and metalcore is the marriage between like the heavy riffs and the melodic choruses. Just kind of makes my heart happy. One of my favorite bands that I listened to growing up was Atreyu. They loved that band since I was 14, so they were a big influence that got me into metal. System of a Down, kind of those types of bands. Yeah, that's I've always kind of been a metalhead. So
excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. All you guys, who are your influences?
way too many to fully list, but 12-Foot Ninja is a big one for me. They're not a band, more with stuff, but they're from Australia. They were 5 feet. I don't even know what you call them because they combined so many different genres, different songs over the 3 full-length albums that they did. They inspire me a lot because I love how they were able to make all of those songs and those ideas work together and be catchy. And also heavy, extremely heavy.
Yeah.
But there's too many. I'm just leaving with solid.
My favorite band of all time would definitely be Monument, specifically for John Brown's dress style. He's just an absolute monster. Hardest riff in the game, Big and Bruised. My favorite band of all time.
My favorite band of all time is Slipknot, of course.
Of course.
Motionless in White, Alpha Wolf. I love a lot of metalcore, like a lot of deathcore too. So that's the kind of stuff that makes me want to run through a wall.
Excellent.
I would say I'm like the Heretic. I have a huge list of influences, but to name a few from early to now, I'd say Slipknot obviously is one of my favorite metal bands of all time. Bands like Breakdown Sanity, Fit for a King, Motionless White, and Sleep Token, and I love those guys in such a wide variety. Like they're getting huge airplay for a band that's like on the metalcore side to like almost radio friendly, and I just am inspired to write music like that. Just from one extreme level to like the other.
That's a perfect intro for my next question. And let me double check to make sure I get this right. Soul and Spirit.
Yeah.
I love that video. It's It's so melodic, and the juxtaposition between the two voices is incredible.
Yeah, that was kind of the.
Do you guys play that one live?
Oh yeah, yeah. It depends on the show. If we're playing with, we play with so many different genres bands, but
Right.
if we the show, that one generally. But it's usually in there. So yeah, we definitely play it live quite a bit.
I really love that tune.
Yeah,
Speaking of the metal scene, since you just said you changed your set list depending on who you're playing with, do you find a lot of the infighting about what's metal and what's what kind of metal and how they try to keep putting everybody in a box? Does that not drive you nuts?
Yeah, gatekeeping isn't great. Yeah, it's not much to say about it. We do a lot of shows with a lot of different genres, so we break out of that a lot because thanks to Royal, he posts a lot of different unique shows and shows even without us. So yeah.
And speaking of tours, you guys are heading out on the road to Alberta. I saw. Are you planning on coming out here to Saskatoon area? Apparently, they got quite the scene here.
I'll kind of take that. We would like to.
Okay.
And one of the big preventative is money. We would love to do it. But like any working bands, there is an outside of the band life. There's a home life. There's real life, if you want to put it that way.
Paying the bills life.
Huh?
Paying the bills life.
Paying the bill. That's a good one. There you go. And so when we would break for the summer, last year we only went for a 2-show run, and then we filled it in with more local shows up on the island and such. This time around, we're heading out for 4 shows in a row with a 2-week off, and we come back here, which is going to be our longest. If you want to call it a tour, it's going to be one of our longest runs. But it's time off and money. Sometimes the barrier. We would love to. And next time around, maybe we'll. The plan is to keep moving east.
Right.
But with that, we will be looking at grants and fundings, and buy our merch. Buy merch.
Buy merch. People buy the band's merch. That's where you make your money.
Absolutely. Somebody did some meme on Facebook a little while back that basically said musicians are glorified T-shirt salesmen.
But they make great T-shirts.
But they're not wrong. I mean,
No,
buy a T-shirt.
and they make great T-shirts.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, when people do buy the shirts, I know for my side, I have my own merch as well. And when I see somebody wearing my merch, it makes me feel it's awesome. And like how do you guys think? Right, when you see somebody wearing your merch in the street, oh yeah.
All warm and fuzzy inside.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, what was? Oh, for your singer, does it hurt? Does it hurt?
Funny story. When I used to do this kind of vocals, I used to hurt myself all the time after a few shows because obviously I was doing it wrong.
Right.
And point where I would cough up blood, so that's not good.
Not good.
But I've learned over the years to do proper technique. The technique actually to do that kind of singing is called throat singing, right?
And that's the thing where it's not damaging your vocal cords at all.
No, like our last 2 tours, we've had back-to-back shows. I've done perform 2 days and still talking the next day and fine.
Wow.
Right, but it's a whole routine, right? Careful how much water I drink, not too much caffeine, get plenty of rest. I can't be too loud and talk too much during tour time because that uses energy from muscles. I don't want to overwork.
Right.
You basically have to live almost like a monk.
So like teas and stuff and.
Yeah, teas. I have certain I vibrate my throat at before shows and after shows to calm the muscles down to cool them down so that I get plenty of rest and then I'm good to go the next day full of energy and no damage.
Now, something that people don't understand when you're in a band is how much it hurts the next day. Do you guys experience your fingers playing the guitar or your knees and your back playing the drums? I don't think they understand what a workout being in a band is.
Yeah, for me, it's not usually the fingers that hurt. It's the neck and the back, because when you go on stage, you want to play a show, like you want
Right.
to put on a show. So you're jumping around, you're head banging, you're moving around. So, and we're not young or that young anymore. So the more we do, and the more
Talking to Graybeard here.
yeah. So, but the more you move around and you head bang and stuff like that, it takes a little bit longer to recover for sure.
Excellent. Now, when you go do your shows, 12 years ago when I was doing it with some of these guys that were in a different band, and you had bar shows, you had all ages shows. Which ones do you like the best?
I've been leaning, we've done a couple we did a New Year's, I call it the next New Year's. We did it at the Little Fernwood this past New Year's Eve, on the 30th of December. And it was an amazing show. We love our bar venues. We love our over 19 supporters. God bless y'all. But when we do some of the all ages, there's a licensed all ages room up in Port Alberni. And that's great. The little guffers come in, and to see them having fun with their family, it turns into a family thing. Again, the one at the Little Fernwood, it was a New Year's thing. We did a ball drop, so we had a balloon mosh pit. The kids ate it up. It was just a great time. It kind of was the first big one that I put on for them and a couple for the band and a couple others that supported us. And it really kind of made me leaning into that. I want to do a little bit more. I want to broaden it and have it more family and have people come out, because it's similar to seeing somebody wearing your merch. When you see a bunch of the little 8-year-old rockers, metal guffers, and they're coming in with their handmade Lucid Karma masks, it's amazing.
Nice. That's epic. So, what are you guys looking for in the broader show? You guys want to rule the world, or do you just want to be able to tour, or part-time type thing?
Definitely want it all. The goal
Want it all.
is to be
I just said you want it all. That's awesome.
take it as far as we possibly can, regardless of how far we do get. We know we're just keep writing, keep trying, keep pushing, try to make better music and have more people and have bigger shows and get to the top. And if not, just have fun being there.
Awesome.
The goal is the top.
Well, hopefully you'll be ruling the world soon. I mean, metal bands are winning Junos now, So hopefully we'll see you guys on that stage someday getting that Juno. That was Lucid Karma and Royal Savoy. You're going to stick around. I'm going to take a sip of my drink here. It's Caesar Sunday. So, and we'll do some more interviewing with you, Royal. Thank you, guys. Definitely going to put your video on at the end of the interview. We're doing your Poison. Is that the one I'm putting up?
Well, I think it's our newest one.
Okay.
It's our newest one, and artistically and the level of production level is beyond. I mean,
It scared the hell out of me, dude.
Heritage significant other, Danica, did an amazing job.
Oh, awesome. That Your Poison scared the hell out of me. It was awesome. So awesome. I don't know who's doing your makeup in that, but that video is high quality. High quality. Anyway, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Keep rocking on the island, and hopefully we'll see you out here in Saskatoon.
We're gonna do our best. Next year we're gonna be expanding our into Canada further on.
Excellent.
This time around, had the weeks and the weekends and some of the things. Had we had an extra couple of days, Medicine Hat to Saskatoon really isn't that far, but we had to get back into Victoria. Had a couple extra days worth, and the weekend came in the middle. That could have been a thing. So we can do a scheduling, and we can see where we can push next, depending No kidding.
Excellent. Well, thanks for being the first band on the show. And thanks for letting me use you on my opening because you guys look awesome.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.